it's been a week of mixed results. Just how's everyone feeling and how's the team doing?
Yeah, good. Look, the performance, I'll say this again, the performance on Wednesday was good. We watched it back, gone through it with the players this morning, and when you look at the detail in terms of the amount of ball we had, the chance we created, we still, as I say, we picked the wrong option at times in and around the final third, but you can't legislate for some of the decisions that were made within that game of football. So you accept it. I said to you after the game, Barnsley are a good team. Did we get what we wanted? No, we didn't. I think the three-goal scoreline most definitely didn't reflect the team's performance. So to answer your question, the lads are in good spirits, yeah. So we, trained hard today. Those that needed it, those that needed a second-day recovery got that. Spent a lot of time today in the analysis room. It's important, especially when you haven't got the time on the grass with all of the players because of the number of minutes they've got in their legs. So yeah, it's been a good day today.
Good. We're getting into that busy spell now, before Christmas, building up to that. Do you think that's a good thing when you're trying to build that consistency, that you've got a run of fixtures to keep going?
Look, after a win or a loss or a draw, you want to get back out and you want to put things right that didn't go right, or you want to continue what is going well. So it's football, it's relentless. We always knew that this period of the season was coming, and it's important now that the players continue to perform. Even though the result wasn't what we wanted, in terms of performances, I think they're getting better. We're not getting maybe the decisions that we want, but it's part and parcel of the game. I was disappointed in the result. The great thing is that we've got an opportunity on Saturday to play against a really good informed team away from home and try and win a game of football. I believe that the players that are in this building are capable of competing with any team in the league, and that's what we need to do, and we need to continue doing and being consistent. The teams that produce performances week on week are those that are consistent. That's individually and collectively.
You've got two away games in the space of 5 days. Does that change how you kind of prepare? Do you have to look at it differently?
Not really, no. You just, where we are situated geographically means that neither of those are an overnight trip for us. So what we'll do is, I think we're leaving here at 10 a.m. from the training ground on Saturday morning. So the players will still get the right time in bed. They'll get time to recover, and we'll go to the hotel. We'll have a pre-match, and then go to the stadium. What a place to play football! I remember playing there myself, and it'll be a tough test for us as well, for sure, because we're going to have come off two really good results. Sean is getting his ideas across. I think they're a really good football club, and I'm excited to see our players perform there and the challenge that it's going to cause us.
I guess that's one of the things when you look at the league table with their points deduction, they're near the bottom, but they've got 6 wins. Are they in kind of a false position, obviously, with that deduction?
Unfortunately, to answer that quite categorically, no, because they've had the reduction of points. They've got good players, they've got a good squad. He has a very clear identity on the way he wants his team to play. They are, I think, as every team, getting to know him better and what he wants. So I'm excited. It'll be a really good test for us. It's one in which we have to perform to the level, at least, that we did on Tuesday. If we do that and we keep control of the ball more, I feel that maybe an area that we want to continue improving is controlling games. Controlling games with the ball. Keep talking to the players about can they rest in possession, rest when we've got the ball. But I'm sure that it's going to be another difficult game in what is a very relentless league.
Concerns as well on Tuesday night over Jason Sarai. How is he today?
Yeah, he's okay. I think he'll train tomorrow, so as I'm led to believe, he should be fine. What everything else looks like and what the other players look like behind that, I'm not too sure. Jordan Shipley trained today, Elliot Thorpe trained today. So we're starting to get back to getting players out of the treatment room. Obviously, we're still well aware that Morgan Feeney won't be available. George Nurse won't be available. So yeah, it's getting better. Ryan Finnegan's had his operation. He had that back in Southampton this week. And we're hopeful that in and around Christmas time we can get him back in the group with us. He'll do his rehabilitation down there. Kieran Phillips, again, I don't think will be in the squad on Saturday. He's picked up an injury. So while we're getting one or two players back onto the grass, we're still not in a position where we've got a full squad to choose from.
How frustrating is that?
Extremely. Part and parcel of this role is that you are always going to pick up injuries. I feel the ones that we've picked up have been freakish in their nature. They've not been, other than Morgan's, every injury we've had has been a contact injury, whether that be here on the training pitch or whether in games. So they're not really avoidable. You want players to make challenges, you want players to have contact with the opposition. Disappointed, obviously, because of that. But as I say, Morgan's the only real muscle injury we've had, and that was due to a huge spike in his load. And sometimes you have to take those things into consideration. But what I will say is that the medical team here are really good. They're on it, and look, some players are ahead of schedule to where they should be right now. Others are on schedule. One thing I do know is that we've got players coming back into contention.
You spoke obviously an away game this Saturday. How do you take that home form into away games and start getting those results on the road as well?
Well, I think if you look at the Cambridge game, we got the performance and the result. We got the performance against Barnsley, not the result. There are external factors to that, of course. It's a different conversation I'm having with you now as opposed to 6 weeks ago, because we were talking about we're not creating chances, how are we going to fix that and remedy that. I feel we've done that, but I still feel now that the chances that we're creating are good ones. We've now got to be more ruthless in those big moments in games where they arise. At 2-0 on Tuesday night, we had a wonderful chance and it was cleared off the line. And, for us to compete at the level we want to, we need to put the ball in the back of the net more often when those chances arise. So, look, there's a lot of external factors playing away from home to at home, but you can't have any excuses as a player. You've got to go out and perform. And if I look at where expectation and pressure lies, we've got a wonderful chance on Saturday to try and get a positive result.
How much can you do about what you can control? Not those external factors that you spoke about, but those things that you can control going into away games. How do you manage that with the players?
Can you give me an example of what you mean, please?
So, the external factors, you say the referees and stuff like that, but the mentality maybe of going away from home, obviously that's something that can be controlled in-house. How do you go about that?
I think you want to try and remove any fear from the players. You want to give them confidence. Up to Tuesday night, we've got 7 points out of 9. We're in a good vein of form. You're going to lose games in this league. We always knew that at the beginning of the season. What's important now is how we react. And my job and the coach's job is to help the players understand just how good we feel they can be, and they have shown in patches this season. I think, I look at some of our players and the experience they have at the level and levels above. And it's up to them as well as us as coaches to continue to give them confidence whilst understanding that there's always going to be pressure away from home. Look, Wigan's a big stadium, right? There will be external pressure for one or two of our players. It might be the biggest stadium they've played in. How do you from my perspective remove pressure? I think what you do is you talk to them, but also the seniors are so important, because we've got a lot of seniors in our group that will have played at stadiums like this and bigger. So you've got to deal with that expectation. So, if it was me, I'd be extremely excited because the players are the lucky ones that get to go and play. However, we've got to play with no fear. I've said to the players today, I really want them to trust each other more in possession. Why? Because they can do it. They will do. We're working on, a couple of things that we want to try and implement at the weekend, and if we do that, I know that coupled with our effort and desire, which I can never question, because that has been a constant throughout the season, regardless of results, we've got a chance.